Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, success just isn't coming fast enough? Like you're spinning your wheels, giving your all, yet the results are meh? Well, what if I told you there's one mindset trick, just one, that can completely change the game for you? I'm talking about a shift so powerful, it can literally 10 times your success. Not in theory, not someday in the future, but starting right now. Today, I'm going to reveal the mindset that separates those who struggle from those who achieve extraordinary results. The people who dominate their industry, crush their goals, and live life on their terms, they aren't smarter or luckier than you. They just understand and apply this principle in a way most people never do. Get ready, because by the end of this video, you won't just know what this mindset is. You'll feel it, own it, and be ready to unleash it to transform your life. This isn't motivation for a moment. This is momentum for a lifetime. Everything you experience in life starts with what you believe is possible. Your beliefs are like the operating system of your mind. They dictate the way. You think, the decisions you make, and ultimately the results you get. If you believe you're limited, you'll stay limited. If you believe you can achieve extraordinary things, suddenly doors you didn't see before start opening, opportunities appear, and your actions become aligned with that possibility. Most people sabotage themselves without even realizing it because of hidden limiting beliefs. These are the stories you tell yourself. I'm not ready, I don't have enough, it's too hard, or people like me don't succeed. These stories aren't truth, they're just programming that was installed in your mind over time. And the scary part, you act on them as if they were real, and they become your reality. But here's the powerful truth. Beliefs can be changed. You can reprogram your mind to expand what you see as possible. The first step is awareness. You have to catch yourself in the moments when fear, doubt, or uncertainty take over. Every time you feel resistance, ask yourself, what am I believing right now that's holding me back? Once you identify the limiting belief, you can challenge it. You can ask, is this actually true? Or is this just a story I've been telling myself? You'll be amazed at how often your limitations exist only in your mind. Next, replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Decide to believe in your potential, in your ability to grow, and in your capacity to achieve more than you've ever imagined. And don't just think about it, feel it. Your body and emotions are deeply tied to your beliefs. When you feel the certainty, the confidence, the excitement of someone who knows they can achieve, your mind will automatically start generating ideas, solutions, and actions that align with that belief. Here's where the magic happens. When your beliefs shift, your actions follow, and your results accelerate. Belief is not a wish or a hope, it's a commitment. It's a decision that you will not be limited by past failures, by other people's opinions, or by the circumstances around you. It's the difference between someone who watches life happen and someone who takes control and creates extraordinary outcomes. If you want to 10 times your success, it all begins here. Every massive success story you admire started with a belief that it was possible. The belief came first, the action came second, and the results came third. So today, make a decision. What will you choose to believe about yourself? What story will you start telling yourself that will open the door to unlimited possibility? Because when your belief expands, your world expands, and there's nothing that can stop you. Most people focus on changing their actions, their habits, or their routines when they want to improve their lives. They think if I just work harder, if I just push more, if I just do this one thing, I get different results. And sometimes that works temporarily. But the truth is, lasting transformation doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who you believe you are. Identity drives behavior. The version of yourself that you see in your mind dictates the choice. You make the energy you bring and the results you produce. Think about it. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, you'll avoid opportunities that could make you rich. If you see yourself as someone who fails at relationships, you'll unconsciously sabotage connections before they can grow. On the other hand, when you start seeing yourself as a confident, capable, unstoppable person, your actions naturally align with that identity. You don't have to force yourself to work harder or take risks. It becomes part of who you are. The key is to upgrade your identity. Stop focusing on the external and start focusing on the internal. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to achieve the results I want? Not what you need to do, but who you need to be. Because the moment your identity shifts, your behaviors, habits, and choices will follow automatically. This is why Tony Robbins says, change your story, change your life. Your story, the narrative you tell yourself about who you are, defines the life you create. But identity is not just a thought. It's a combination of beliefs, emotions, and standards. You have to feel it, embody it, and commit to it. That means acting in ways that reinforce the person you want to become, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Every decision you make should ask, is this who I am? Is this consistent with the identity I'm claiming? Every action either reinforces your old identity or builds your new one. The difference between success and mediocrity is rarely what you do, it's who you decide to be. And here's the powerful part, you are not your past. You're not your failures, your fears, or your limitations. You are the identity you choose to claim in this moment. And every moment moving forward. Start acting like the person you want to be, not like the person you were yesterday. Set standards for yourself that demand growth, excellence, and relentless action. When your identity is aligned with your goals, you no longer struggle to stay motivated. You don't try to succeed, you naturally do what the person you are becoming would do. If you truly wanted 10 times your success, stop trying to change your life by changing what you do. Change who you are first. Elevate your identity, and your results will follow automatically. Because lasting success isn't about effort. It's about alignment. Align who you are with what you want, and there is no force on earth that can stop you. Most people approach success with a limited mindset. They aim for what feels safe, what seems realistic, or what's enough. But here's the truth. Extraordinary success never comes from thinking small. It comes from thinking massive, thinking 10 times. The 10 times mindset is about taking your vision, your goals, and your commitment and multiplying them tenfold. It's not just about working harder. It's about expanding the size of your thinking, the intensity of your focus, and the scale of your actions. When you adopt a 10 times mindset, you stop playing it safe. You stop settling for incremental improvements or small wins. Instead, you push yourself into bold action, massive responsibility, and relentless growth. You realize that success is not a limited resource, it's a game of leverage, and the more audacious your vision, the more creative your mind becomes. You begin to see solutions where others see obstacles. You start taking actions that most people wouldn't even dare to attempt. The 10 times mindset also requires eliminating excuses. People often say, I can't because I don't have enough time, money, or resources. But the truth is, the size of your results is always determined by the size of your thinking, not by external circumstances. When you commit to 10 times, you refuse to let scarcity or fear dictate your actions. You adopt a mentality of abundance, opportunity, and relentless possibility. You decide that you will do whatever it takes to achieve the extraordinary life you're capable of. Another key element of the 10 times mindset is massive, consistent action. Thinking big isn't enough. You must act in ways that match your vision. Most people underperform because their actions are small, inconsistent, or reactive. The 10 times mindset says take bold, proactive steps every single day. Push yourself beyond comfort. Step into uncertainty. Take risks that challenge your courage because the world rewards action. And it rewards massive action exponentially more than incremental effort. Finally, adopting the 10 times mindset transforms your energy and your identity. When you commit to thinking and acting at 10 times the level of the average person, you start to embody the traits of someone who achieves extraordinary results. You develop resilience, confidence, and unstoppable momentum. You no longer react to life you created. Your standards rise, your focus sharpens, and your life begins to expand in ways you never thought possible. Here's the reality. Ordinary results come from ordinary thinking. Extraordinary results come from extraordinary thinking and extraordinary action. If you truly want to 10 times your success, you have to reprogram your mind to play at a whole new level. Decide today that you will not settle, not compromise, and not limit yourself. Think bigger, act bolder, and step fully into the life you were meant to live. Because once you embrace the 10 times mindset, there's no ceiling, only endless possibility waiting for you to claim it. Success isn't just about strategy, skill, or hard work. The truth is, your results are powered by your emotional state. Your emotions are the engine that drives your energy, your decisions, and your actions. If you're living in fear, doubt, or frustration, no matter how smart you are or how hard you work, you will never reach your full potential. Emotional mastery is the ability to take control of your feelings, to channel your energy, and to create the state that fuels extraordinary performance. Most people let life control their emotions. They wait for motivation to show up, for inspiration to hit, or for circumstances to improve before they take action. But the reality is that emotion is a choice, a skill you can develop. You can condition yourself to step into certainty, focus, passion, an unstoppable drive no matter what's happening around you. When you learn to master your state, you stop being a victim of external events and you start being the architect of your life. The first step to emotional mastery is awareness. You have to notice the patterns of your feelings and how they affect your actions. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? How is this emotion helping me or holding me back? Most people aren't conscious of the emotional scripts running their lives. They're reacting automatically, trapped in cycles of fear, anger, or procrastination. Awareness gives you the power to break those cycles. Next comes the ability to shift your state instantly. Tony Robbins teaches that motion creates emotion. The way you use your body, your posture, your breathing, and your focus can immediately transform your emotional experience. When you feel fear or doubt creeping in, change your physiology, stand taller. Breathe deeper, speak with conviction, and notice how your energy shifts. Pair that with a mental focus on empowering beliefs, and you can step into a state of confidence and power at will. Emotional mastery also requires practice in handling adversity. Life will test you. Challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable. The difference between those who thrive and those who crumble is the ability to maintain control over their emotional state. Instead of reacting with panic or frustration, emotionally mastered individuals see obstacles as opportunities, setback as feedback, and pressure as fuel. They use their emotions strategically to energize action, solve problems, and inspire others. Finally, emotional mastery is the foundation for influence and connection. People are drawn to those who can manage themselves under pressure, who radiate certainty, enthusiasm, and resilience. When your emotional state is strong, your energy becomes contagious. You attract opportunities, align with the right people, and create momentum that propels you toward extraordinary results. If you want to 10 times your success, mastering your emotions is non-negotiable. It's not about suppressing feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It's about taking responsibility for your inner world and deliberately choosing the emotional state that empowers action, growth, and massive results. When you can consistently step into that state, nothing in the external world can hold you back. Your mind, your body, and your energy become your greatest allies. The life you've dreamed of becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Knowledge alone will never create results. Inspiration alone will never build a life of extraordinary success. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality, and not just any action, massive, consistent action. This is where most people fail. They plan, they research, they wait for the perfect moment, but results don't come from preparation alone. They come from relentless, intentional movement toward your goals. Massive action is about going beyond what feels comfortable. It's about stepping into uncertainty and doing what most people won't. It's not about occasional bursts of effort. It's about sustained intensity over time. Every great achievement in history, every success story you admire, was built on a foundation of consistent, bold action. It's the compound effect of showing up, doing the work, and refusing to quit. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Small, repeated actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they accumulate into massive results over time. The difference between average results and extraordinary results is rarely talent or luck. This commitment to taking action day after day, week after week, even when motivation wanes. Your dreams demand more than occasional effort. They demand relentless persistence. Massive action also requires clarity and focus. It's not enough to be busy. You have to be intentional. Decide exactly what outcomes you want and take action that directly aligns with those goals. Ask yourself, does this move me closer to the life I want, or is it just noise? Every choice, every effort, every second of energy must be directed toward creating meaningful results. When you align massive action with clarity of purpose, you become unstoppable. Action also builds momentum. The more you do, the more confidence you generate. Action reduces fear. When you step forward, even imperfectly, you gain experience, insight, and results that inspire further action. Waiting for certainty or perfection is a trap. Success favors those who move despite uncertainty. The first step may be small, but it triggers a chain reaction that multiplies your progress exponentially. Finally, massive, consistent action transforms your identity. As you act boldly and persistently, you start seeing yourself as a person who gets things done, a person who overcomes obstacles, a person who doesn't quit until results are achieved. Your actions reinforce your beliefs. Your beliefs strengthen your identity. And your identity fuels even more powerful action. This cycle creates unstoppable momentum, propelling you toward results far beyond what you initially imagined. If you wanted 10 times your success, there's no shortcut, no secret strategy that replaces action. You must commit to showing up, pushing forward, and doing whatever it takes consistently. Massive action is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. It's the engine that converts vision into reality. Decide today to take action that scares you, excites you, and stretches you beyond your limits. Keep moving, keep growing, and watch as your results explode in ways you never thought possible. Success doesn't wait, neither should you. Now, think about everything we've discussed today, the power of your beliefs, the identity you choose, the 10 times mindset, mastering your emotions, and taking massive, consistent action. Each of these principles is powerful on its own, but when combined, they create unstoppable momentum. This is not theory. This is a blueprint, the same blueprint used by the most successful people in the world to achieve extraordinary results. Here's the truth. Your life is the sum of the decisions you make, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take every single day. You have the power to rewrite your story starting right now. The one mindset trick that can 10 times your success isn't some magic formula, it's the decision to upgrade your beliefs. Own your identity, amplify your thinking, harness your emotions, and commit to relentless action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. That moment is now. The life you dream of, the success you crave, the freedom you desire, it all starts with the choices you make today. Choose to step fully into your power. Choose to think bigger than ever before. Choose to act relentlessly, because when you do, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Remember, extraordinary results aren't reserved for the lucky or the naturally talented. They are reserved for those who decide to master their mind, control their emotions, and take massive action in alignment with who they truly are. Your time is now. Your life is waiting. Step forward, claim it, and create a future that's not just good but phenomenal.